bring up now before we get to the judging?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there were very cool things that we liked about a lot of them. Like some of them were very cute. Some of them like had really neat technology like things that they had going on. But we had a very hard time getting down to like which ones we thought were going to be the winners.
And what were some of the things they were judged on today? Maybe not everybody here knows.
So when we went around, we were looking at 4 categories really. Style and grace. How does it look? How did you present it? How good are the drinks that you made? Did the drinks suck? Did we spit them out? Which happened a few times. And then we had, does it work? Did you have to sit there tweaking it and say, oh, sorry, that one messed up, let me fix it. And then we had bonus points for mad science and crazy ideas that might not have been executed as well, but were just, really out there.
I want to personally say that I was frustrated by the Jesus box because no one would tell me how it worked. Because Jesus is magic.
Yeah, listen. Jesus doesn't tell you how he works. That's part of the game. Okay? You just believe he works.
So one of the great things was, like I mentioned before, the range. So we had some that really took us back to our childhood, like the Lego bot, where I felt like I was a kid playing in my playroom again.
With booze?
Yes.
Just like my childhood. You grew up Irish too. That's awesome. All right. Yeah.
And other ones seem to transport us to other countries, like the crazy style of the Mai Tai.
Yes.
And then the other thing that I thought was amazing was like the retro nature of the punch cards. I think that was amazing.
Yes,
really,
everybody liked that one. Yeah, that was great.
Very entertaining.
Well, I feel as though when we were over there on the staircase, you guys maybe already know your first, second, and third. Is that correct?
We do.
They do. Ladies and gentlemen, the judges, the council of judges of the Great Robot Bartender Challenge know who are our third, second, and first place winners. Are you ready to find out? Oh my freaking God, you have been drinking for hours on a Sunday and you just gave the weeniest cheer I have ever heard in this room. Do you want to know who the winners are? And now, judges, if you will, from third place forward, and if you hear your robot or perhaps your name called as one of the winners, come on down here. There's prize money and a trophy for you. Third place winner, judges, please.
So, to be a little bit anticlimactic, we're going to start with an honorable mention that we feel pretty terrible that we couldn't give first, second, or third to. And that honorable mention goes to, and there's nothing for you, so it's just recognition. But inebriate, you get our honorable mention. It broke down a few too many times, but we loved what you guys did. The random mode was awesome. Mad science right up in there. So that's our honorable mention.
Just remember, coffee is for closers.
So, I mean, what came down by far we loved immensely was the Tiki Bar. So that one came down third. Mai Tais were phenomenal.
Third place, the Tiki Bar.
The shaking was amazing. The drink was actually
let's
really
get
good.
it down here. Come on, Tiki Bar, let's go. Ba-da-ba, there he is. Come on in. Now, perhaps the judge will demonstrate me, right there. Yes, it is a robot trophy. Yes. Congratulations. With hundreds of dollars of cash money to invest in next year's robot, the Kaiju Tiki Bar. All right. Who's next?
All right, so second place was my personal favorite. just one that I felt that the creators had so much enthusiasm, and when they were explaining it, there was just so much love. I thought it was so creative, so stylish, and it really inspired the wonder of the cosmos and space travel. And that is the rocket ship.
Come on up here, get your prize. There's money, damn it. And just remember, if your rocket ship robot ends in outer space and meets the robot Tonru and becomes a more super powerful robot, please don't come back and destroy planet Earth. We just asked that one thing. With special effects. You see this, ladies and gentlemen? This right here is the joy you get from becoming an instant 100-air, just like that. Instantly worth hundreds of dollars. All right, we've got one more, and this one's for all the marbles. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to hear who your first place winner is? Take it away, judges.
Okay. We had a hard time with this. I think that my fellow judges would agree. This bot, this bot we thought had a ton of potential. We loved that you could alter different things about the drink that you were getting. We thought that this bot was the one that we would want in our apartments every day, and that is Bartendro.
Come on, everybody! Well done, creators, dare I say, masters of Bartendro, and oh my God, such a fantastic drink-making robot, and if at any point it rises up and decides to enslave mankind, I'm in. Yeah, all right. Congratulations! Congratulations! Thank you, gentlemen! What a fantastic robot bartender challenge! I got one thing to say to everybody here, and I hope the people from DNA Lounge can hear it. Should this happen again next year? That's right. Let us help Skynet march us towards the robot apocalypse, one drink at a time. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I already told them. You can stick around. We're still open. They're still serving.